Hi friends, here again another interesting topic. This topic is having four aspects. Number one is introduction in nutshell. Number two is comparison between two great power rivalry. Number third is US-China strategic competition in fact is a Cold War or not. And fourth aspect is India's tough challenges. Let's see the first one at the outset, introduction. Here I would submit the two sets of great power rivalry. Number one is USA versus Soviet Union. Number two is USA versus China. So you see, USA is a common rival with both erstwhile Soviet Union as well as China. As regards India is concerned, India was somehow comfortable, while dealing with both USA and Soviet Union. At least out of the two, Soviet Union was friendly to India. So was India comfortable. Currently the tough challenges began with India with the beginning of China as rival to the USA. So current one, both are very, very hostile to India. China also, USA also. Earlier situation was different. So today is the biggest challenge India is facing in the international community. Okay, this is all about introduction. Now let's see the comparison. First comparison is ideology. USA was leading capitalism and Soviet Union was leading communism. As regards USA and China is concerned, so USA is leading liberal nationalism. China is leading liberal internationalism. Here are the two differences. Now this is all about the first one. Second one is conflict of alliance. Here is the comparison. Earlier, there was a conflict between USA and Soviet Union, and the conflict was based on alliances versus alliances. USA was leading military alliance of NATO, and Soviet Union was leading military alliance of Warsaw Pact. But now there is a difference. USA is still have the military alliance of NATO, but military alliance is missing with China. So here is alliances versus partnership. USA is having alliance of NATO and China has a partnership with SOC and BRICS. Now, third comparison is economic conflict. That time earlier, USA was the richest country versus Soviet Union, a poor and isolated economy. Today, both USA and China are rich as regards economy is concerned. Therefore, they have rivalry in production, trade and export. And the last one comparison is that conflict of expansionism. Earlier, USA was expanding imperialism, whereas Soviet Union was expanding communism. Now, USA is expanding global influence, whereas China is expanding territorial expansion. This is all about the second aspect. Now let us see the third aspect. As I said, that USA-China in fact is a Cold War or not. If you ask me this question, I will say straightway answer no. The current USA-China cannot be a Cold War. Reason is that there is no ideological conflict between USA and China. Both are capitalist. No one is communist here. Their approaches are different than that of Soviet Union as regards today China is concerned. That might be a communist, but politically only. Economically, they are as capitalist as Russia is, as USA is. Number two is that military alliance is not there. Military alliance is missing with China. Soviet Union is still having, USA is still having, as I said. And third aspect is China and USA are not a regular rival. Meanwhile, they become alliance also as regards recently, both of them have declared themselves as alliance of Group 2, G2. So here is the basic differences. Therefore, we cannot call it China and USA a Cold War. Now the last aspect is India's tough challenges. It's a very interesting one. The first tough challenge is that both USA and China are putting all pressure on India for snatching away India's domestic market to sell their substandard or other types of goods. This is number one. Therefore, this is a tough challenge for India how to deal with both of them. Number two is India's stand between the two looks as if that India is walking on tightrope. And you know, India is a non-aligned strategy. India is following non-aligned strategy. This strategy has enabled India to be a balancing power between the two. Therefore, India has advantages taking from both of them. This is a good one. And then, one fact remains, China is number two power in the world. But China is also in the neighborhood of India. This is one of the reasons that China is not comfortable while dealing with, India is not comfortable while dealing with China. Then, finally, India can tackle all types of great power challenges, provided India is well-developed all-round development. This is the only answer to this kind of pressure being meted out to India by any of the great powers. This is all about my video now. Thank you, all of you.